Welcome back from spring break. I hope you guys had a nice break. I know most of you, since you've been at home for a while, you're like, well, I've had 4 weeks of break already. But nope, you should be doing work. You should not be just at home eating and Netflix and Hulu or video games or whatever you're doing. Okay, anywho, announcements. So your assignments are now posted for the entire week, okay? And your Zoom calls will be from 3 to 3:30. Late birthday. And then April, today we have 2 birthdays. We have Jocelyn and Robert's birthday. So make sure you guys say happy birthday to them. Today, your assignment was to meditate. Okay, so you want to meditate again 5 minutes or 10 minutes, not both of them, just do one of them. I recommend that you start with the 5-minute video. It's pretty straightforward. It teaches you how to breathe, and it's on YouTube. And with able you should be able to do it as long as you have your phone and your Chromebook and a quiet space through Khan Academy. Just watch it. It is pretty long. If you're getting bored because you already know the things in here, or because you just got lost because your attention span is really short, then just skip through and see if there's anything that you need to remember about how to graph. Okay, you click on it and it gives you a target practice number 1. So basically you want to hit the bullseye, which is the red area here. All right, so here's the point, the black one, and you want this to move to here, to the red area. So let me see if I could get the marker right here. So how do I move this so that it's here now? Okay, so remember, for your coordinate plane, you have an X axis and a Y axis. So what would be, yes, of course you can do it. I'll give you the code. So what would be the point here, okay, so that you can hit the bullseye? Well, here they already gave you X is right here, 5, and then your your Y coordinate is 1. So that's why your point is here, but that's not where we want it. We want it over here. So how do we move it there? Well, let's first get our X coordinate. And if I go down, if I could draw this line, it's at 2 or a little bit over 2. So we're gonna change our X to 2. So let me get rid of the drawing. Okay, so let's change this to 2. And now what is gonna be our Y coordinate? So now if I go across, what? It's gonna be like a little bit below 6. So let's just say 5.5, okay? Let's say 5.5. 5.5. And now if you look, let me erase my markings there. The point is kind of off, like it's in the red area, but it's kind of off. And if you really want it in the middle, you have to change like your X and your Y coordinates. So you can play around with it and you can change it. So you'll notice that the bullseye is in the 4th quadrant. And so your X values are right here. They're still positive, but your Y values, here's your Y axis, okay, is now negative. So your bullseye, again, you want to get as close as the middle as possible. You can't see the point because obviously you haven't entered anything here. But let's go ahead and go to get our X coordinate first. And again, my line's not completely straight. So it's going to be somewhere between 5 and 6. So let's go ahead and put that in there. 5 point, I'm just going to say 7. Okay. And then I'm just going to put 7 too. That you can go as many decimal places as you want to, or simplify as much as you want to. Now let's go ahead and go get our Y value. And it's going to be between 4 -4, -5. And again, like my line is not completely straight, so it should actually be closer to 4. So let's go ahead and enter -4, -4.2. Okay. And you'll see that it's a little bit to the right, so that means that my x is a little bit too far off. So if I put 5, okay, there you go. It's a little bit closer. Let me erase these markings. And there's where my point is. And I can even drag the black point. So the black point is right here, so that the target center is at -5, 4. So we need to take into consideration what -5, 4 is. So -5 is the x coordinate. So that's -5. And then 4, so this is the x coordinate, the x value. Okay. And then 4 is your y value. So how do I get that from here when I don't have my labeled x and y axis? So here is the point 0, 0. So this is where 0 starts, okay? If I go this way, this is along the x axis, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and place our x axis here. I'm trying to do this as straight as possible. Okay, so that's our x axis, okay? And so again, if I go over this way, that's 1 and 2 and 3 and so forth. This is 0. If I go this way, we're going by -1s. Okay. -2, okay, somebody's getting angry. -3, -4, and -5. Now, did I have to do this labeling? What else could have helped me that's on here? Here, this one is at -5, and we want this to be at -5 too. So at this point, I kind of just know that it's gonna have to be in line with this one here. Okay, so I know that's gonna be here along this. Now this one's at a -5, 10, and I want this to be at -5, 4. So if this is 10, I can just count down. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And that's where it would go. Okay. And again, if you didn't see it that way, you would just draw and label a y-axis. So here's the origin again. And if you go up, I'm trying to go up straight matter. This is your y-axis. And this is where 10 is. Because this is where this one's right here. Okay. And so then if you count, obviously 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here's 4. Then that's where that would go. Okay, so this is how you would get this one. There's a lot of different ways you could have gone about it. This is just one way, and I hope that this helps you guys. Okay.